Hey, Shalom. First, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shah, Bahashim Kwakadash, Yahweh, who the world ignorantly calls God, Yahweh Shah, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus. I want to give a double honor to the apostles of Great Millstone who have taught me this truth. I want to give a peace and blessings to the Akim across the four corners of the earth who teach this truth. No rest that like to do so. It's going to be a quick video. Lord willing, video is edifying. Lord willing, Akim get something from this video. I'm going to go through Isaiah, the second chapter. It's not going to be too long. I'm just basically going into the kingdom and going into the blessings that we'll receive, man, and going into basically how these nations are going to be subject unto us, okay? This is Isaiah, the second chapter, Isaiah 2, and I'm going to start at 2. It says, "And it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord Yahweh's house shall be established on the top of the mountains, and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow unto it." All the nations are going to flow unto the ways of the Lord, man, okay? All the nations are going to flow unto basically the law, okay? And the law is going to come out of Jerusalem. The law is going to be, out of Israel. And Israelites, the elect, right, are basically going to be policing the earth, not just the earth, but the universe, okay? Because the same law that we practice now is the same law that the heathen is going to have to practice in the kingdom. In our spirit, right, when we're made new, okay, when we're made, immortal, then the law will be written in us. And scriptures tell you that, so we can't go off. We won't be able to go off in the kingdom, okay? But we're going to have to police the heathen, okay, using the law, the Lord's law, the same law that we practice now. And to prove that, scriptures say that the law is immortal. I think when you go to the Apocrypha, it goes into that. Okay, I think it's Wisdom of Solomon or maybe in Sirach, but the law is immortal, man. Okay, therefore we're not going. If the law is written in us 100%, and we follow it to a T, we're not going to die. Okay, this is Isaiah 2, back in 2. It says, "And it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord Yahweh's house shall be established in the top of the mountains, and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow unto it." Now, those hills and mountains, right, represent different bodies of government, okay? Scriptures have parables, okay? Given unto those to understand. Those who don't understand won't understand. But a mountain is obviously, greater than a hill. But the Lord's mountain is going to be that top government of the universe, okay? That's the kingdom, okay? To where we're running shit. Okay, and these heathen are subject unto us. Okay, it says right here, it says, "And shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow unto it." Okay, it says, "And come," and that's how you know that mountain is going to be a strong mountain. That government is going to be a strong government for all nations to flow unto it. Okay, it says 3. It says, "And many people shall go." So I get from the notifications, man. It's my work. And many people shall go and say, come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord Yahweh, to the house of the power of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths. And those ways are those of the law. Okay, it says, "For out of Zion shall go forth the law." See, and the word of the Lord Yahweh from Jerusalem. Okay, it says, "And he shall judge among the nations, and shall rebuke many people, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore." Now, that goes to show you, and that's a cut on them Amalekites, man, the small hats. Okay, because that goes to show you that you're not the true people, because if you were the true people, then there wouldn't be war in the land. There wouldn't be confusion in the land. Scriptures say in Zechariah, 19:6, if I'm not mistaken, or 9:6, that a bastard shall dwell in Ashdod. That bastard is dwelling in Ashdod as we speak. Okay, now let's go to Isaiah, the 60th chapter, really quick. And again, it's not going to be a long video, just cut right to the point. Okay, this is Isaiah 60:2. It says, "For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people. But the Lord Yahweh shall arise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee. And the Gentiles shall come to thy light, and the kings to the brightness of thy rising." Let me start back at the top. For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people. But the Lord Yahweh shall arise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee. Let me jump down. This is Isaiah 60:10. It says, and the sons of strangers shall build up thy walls, and their kings shall minister unto thee. For in my wrath I smote thee, but in my favor have I had mercy on thee. So in the Lord's wrath, he has smote us. Okay, what that mean? We went into captivity. We were subject under the heathen, right? And they showed their hatred towards us. I mean, you see it now. It's evident now. They profited off of us. Not only did they put us in the captivity, but they still profit off of us to this day. They set up, here it is, they come, they get loans and they get funded and they get incentives to come from their countries over here to America. Not only do they get loans, funds, and incentives, but they get a lead of people to sell to. So you got a for sure buyer. You got a way to get over. So America is not for our turn. America is not for the Israelites' turn, man. It never was. It was actually built on the backs of our ancestors. Okay? So there's not enough reparation. There's not enough tears. There's not enough I'm sorry's or enough, anything that excludes you out of judgment for your evil and your wickedness that you've done to the apple of the Most High's eye, man. All you nations, all you heathen, because you are all in cahoots with each other. Scripture say what? They are confederate with each other. Okay? They understand business between each other very well. And each country or each nation, right, outside of the Israelites have a representative. The only ones that don't have a representative are the true biblical Israelites. It was a picture a minute ago, man, of the NWO, right, and the representatives of it, and they had representatives from the majority of the nations in cahoots, standing with each other. That's prophecy, man. That's the scriptures. Scriptures say what? They'll come up very high. We should come down very low. But in the times to come, who's our representative? Yahweh Shai is our representative. Starting with Yahweh, okay? But when Yahweh Shai come back, he's going to take many crowns, man, and deliver his men. Lord willing, to be one of those men. Okay, it says, and the sons of strangers shall build up thy walls, and their kings shall minister unto thee. For in my wrath I smote thee, but in my favor have I had mercy on thee. Okay, it says, therefore thy gates shall be open continually. They shall not be shut day nor night, that men may bring unto thee the forces of Gentiles, and that their kings may be brought. For the nation and kingdom that will not serve thee shall perish. Yet those nations shall be utterly wasted. So the nation and kingdom that shall not serve us, those nations they should be wasted. They shall perish. Okay? So there's not a choice whether, you would want to serve us or not. You're going to have to. Okay? This is 14. It says, the sons also of them that afflicted thee shall come bending unto thee, and they that despise thee shall bow themselves down at the soles of thy feet, and they shall call thee the city of the Lord Yahweh, the Zion of the Holy One of Israel. Okay, it says what? The sons of them that afflicted us. Who was that? The heathen. And all they that despise thee shall bow themselves down at thy feet. So they all despise us. It says what? That, let me just grab real quick. Let me grab it. Yep. Psalms 83:4 says, they have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. And when you go into Psalms 83:1 on down, it gives you the different heathen nations, that which they all are confederate with each other, but it shows you exactly who our enemies are. Okay? It says, the sons of them that afflicted thee shall come bending unto thee, and they that despise thee shall bow themselves down. Proving that they despise us. You despise a nation that you try to take their name away. If you try to take a nation's name away, that means you despise them. You have a hatred towards them. Okay, it says, shall bow down. bow themselves down at the soles of thy feet, and they shall call thee the city of the Lord Yahweh, the Zion of the Holy One of Israel. So all these nations are going to be in check. It says, whereas thou hast been forsaken and hated, so that no man went through thee, I will make thee an eternal excellency, a joy of many generations. Thou shalt also suck the milk of Gentiles and suck the breast of kings, which means what? Receive riches. Okay, it says, and thou shalt know that I, the Lord Yahweh, am thy Savior, and thy Redeemer and mighty one of Jacob. For brass I will bring gold, and for iron I will bring silver, and for wood brass, and for stones iron. Okay, I will also make thy officers peace, and thine exactors righteousness. Violence shall no more be heard in thy land, wasting nor destruction within thy borders. But thou shalt call thy walls salvation and thy gates praise. Okay, which we're not in the land now, so there's violence in the land. Okay, there is violence in the land, man. Okay, because those small hats are over there, which they are not the true people. Okay, you can read that in Revelations 2:9 and Revelations 3:9. Okay, let me grab this and then I'll close it out. This is Isaiah 14. And one, it says, for the Lord Yahweh will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land, which showing us what? That we're not in the land again. It says, and the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. Okay, the strangers, remember that, okay? And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord Yahweh for servants and handmaids. So those strangers are the heathens. Okay, we're going to possess them as servants and handmaids, which means they're going to be subject unto us. Yes, slaves. Okay, it says, and they shall take them captives, whose captives they were. Were we not their captives? Did they not put us into captivity? Did they not put us in slavery? Did they not benefit off of us even to this day? None of that goes unnoticed. Okay, it says, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. Okay, they oppressed us. Okay, it says, from the so-called white man all the way down. Okay, it says, and it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord Yahweh shall give thee rest from thy sorrow and from thy fear and from the hard bondage wherein thou was made to serve. Thou shalt take up this proverb against the king, which that was the point, right? Because 4 on down is kind of, that's another video. But that was the point, man. Isaiah 14:3. And it shall come to pass in the day that the Lord Yahweh shall give thee rest from thy sorrow. The Lord is going to give us rest from our sorrow, man. Okay. Let me grab this really quick. Baruch 5. This is Baruch 5:1. It says, put off, O Jerusalem, the garment of mourning and affliction, which the true biblical Israelites have mourning and affliction, the garment of it. Okay. Which we're going through affliction. Okay, it says, and put on, just imagine if every nation was benefiting off of you, stealing from you and putting you into captivity and trying to erase your history, that you wouldn't be afflicted. Okay, it says, and then not only that, 2/3 of your own people coming, are your enemy. Okay, it says, and put on the comeliness of the glory that cometh from the Most High forever. Cast about thee a double garment of righteousness, which cometh from the Most High, and set a diadem on thine head of the glory of the everlasting. A diadem, when you Google that, is actually a crown. Okay? It's actually a crown, man. Okay, so the Lord is going to take us out of captivity and put us put us in righteousness. Put us in a powerful state. In a state to where we'll have rule and reign over the nations. Okay, because right now, we're at this day in our captivity. Okay, I mean, we get up, we bust our ass, we go to work, we, whatever brothers do to get their funds, right? Whether you have, your own business, or whether you have, a side hustle, whatever you do, or whether you have a job, whatever you do, man. Okay, just make sure it's right. But we get up in the kingdom. It's not going to be that, man. They're going to pay tribute unto us, man. Okay. And we're going to govern the world with the law. Okay. But that was basically it, man. Lord willing, video is edifying. Lonely Akim got something from this video. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shah, Bahashim Kakadash. I want to tell you brothers, keep pushing on to the next. Shalom.